yeah. Love it. All right, quickly, guys. Huh? Naisabano, mukuleto, mulomo. I have to take down the notes so that I do not forget. So, doing another live. I'm sure you know why we are doing another live. Welcome. So, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? How are you keeping up? How's home? I'm sure you know now what your home looks like, right? Quickly. So I was on the interwebs yesterday, and there was a story which caught my eye. And this was one of my favorite models. Oh, I just swallowed my foot up the words. One of my favorite models. Very beautiful. Like, this girl is beautiful. Questioning my sexuality. I mean, she's really hot. So her name is Christina, and something very unfortunate and distasteful happened. So apparently, she assaulted one of her friends. She assaulted Martha. That's a thumbnail that you'll probably see up. And the reason why I'm bringing this story is because it has a certain. Okay, so here's the story. Martha wrote this on her socials. Okay, so if you want to know the full story, just go on Twitter, just go on Facebook. The story is there. So Mutinta, hi. Okay, so Christina pulled this girl's edges up. Like, it was horrible. Like, the pictures are not. See, I am one who, bitch, Christina pulled that girl's hair out. Like, it looked painful as hell. The girl had to cut her hair. It was not cute. So mother was assaulted by the model Christina, and she posted this story online, and she said, you know what, this is a person that I considered a friend, and I never thought that she would do this to me. And people are asking, what happened? Like, what happened? And she said, I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit. This is Martha saying this. I didn't do anything. I don't. She just pulled my hair. Now, many people say, there's always two sides to a story. How can somebody just come up and pull your hair? And that brings me to my next point, okay? After she shared this story, others were like, why are you bringing this social media? Why are you bringing this? Should be sorted out by the police. You're not going to get any sympathy from us. I feel and I think that it is a good thing that she came onto social media, because people like me who are, following the model, who like the model, we see the model, we do not know the person behind the model. This shows us the person behind the model, the person behind the brand, like the real person behind the brand. And it makes me, as a fan, double think. Now I'm looking at her sideways now. Like, I'm not going to ever look at her the same again, So the people who are saying she shouldn't have bought this onto social media, sometimes people do this. Me, Christina's fan, who didn't know this, and now I know. Okay. However, sometimes you get comfort. Social media is the devil, and social media could also be a great place. Okay, I've made great friends from social media. I've gotten great help from social media, and sometimes we help. For example, now we gonna help her get justice for her edges. Okay, she got her edges go. We go, girl. We gonna get together and we gonna fix those edges. Please fix mine too, but yeah. And then there was another section which were like, there's always two sides of a story. There's no way a person can just come up. What happened, And the other part, and other people were like, why are you victim blaming? Why are you victim blaming? And I agree with both sides. In the courts of law, they're also going to look at it. They're going to be like, what happened? Was it provocation involved? Did you provoke this person into getting this kind of reaction? And this kind of reaction, was it a reasonable man's reaction in a certain situation? So that's for the courts of law. So we have the two sides of the interwebs, which are, the legal part, and we don't have to victim blame. I also saw some people were indeed victim blaming, because I saw some, I'm gonna inbox you privately, I'm gonna tell you something, about this Martha chick. And that is victim blaming, because you're trying to you kind of like, she deserves it. She deserves to get her hair pulled out in such a horrible way. I'm just gonna say, this is not looking very good for Christina, the model, her brand even inclusive, because I don't want to. I do love a good fight. First of all, I just feel pulling of hair is like the lowest of the low. Like, what are you doing? What are you? Are we gonna fight, or are we gonna just gonna like little bitches? Like, no, come on, man. I like to see a good fight. I like to see a good brawl with punches and kicks. And if you have done something, if you have that's nonsense. That's bullshit. Don't pull each other's hair. If you want to fight, just fight. Just fight. Fight. What? Fight. Okay. Punch somebody. I'm a coffee feed. Yeah, if you back up. That's what I want to see in a fight. This is a weak person's move. When I see such, I just envision Christina was very frustrated. So, because this is what in my head, somebody who's pulling somebody's hair is like, that's frustration. Somebody who's punching you is angry. So, thinking about that, thinking about what led to the fight, and I think about Christina, because she wrote an apology to to the assaulted person. She was like, she's really sorry about it. She doesn't know what happened, and she's lost a friend. I kind of get the frustration part of pulling your friend's hair. However, I do hope Martha takes this further, because we do not want to make excuses for quote unquote famous people. Okay, so please go to the police, seek justice. And if you feel you have to go online, if you feel you have to go on Twitter and write about it. If you have to go on Facebook, write about it. It is you who's feeling these things. I cannot tell you how to feel, and I cannot tell you how to react in this, because you're the one who's in it. Just like I do not know how I would have reacted if I were there. I'm speaking after the fact here. So as much help as you want, and get out there, hurt in the way that, if this is the healthiest way for you, do it. I'm not going to blame you. So this was a very unfortunate situation. Let's get to the presidential address. So the President of the Republic addressed the nation again. It was not a live video, it was another recorded, and then again his demeanor was it left much to be desired. Like I've already stated several times, I expect to see a certain strength and in chargeness, if there's such a word, in my leaders, in as much as the situation is very dire and nobody knows anything anymore. I would like to see a certain confidence, we're gonna beat this, we're gonna beat Miss Coco, we're gonna get better. But I didn't get that from the president, unfortunately. He just looked as defeated as most people. His demeanor, the way he spoke, the way he read, whatever he read, it was just And unfortunately, Miss Coco has taken another person has died. And apparently this person was in Kafue, if I'm not mistaken. This man died in Kafue, and he was taken from Kafue, which is like another little town, to the university teaching hospital in the capital. I love a conspiracy theory, okay? However, from Kafue to Lusaka, and the people who were taking care of this person before he got to the UTH, and the people who they got in contact with after they got into, you see that line? Huh? The people who were taking care of him went to the market, went to the shops, they talked to other people, they were talking to their neighbors close here. And then the people who were in the ambulance with him all the way to the UTH, and the doctors who were taking care of him, and the nurses, And then the postmortem showed that he died as a result of the COVID. I don't know how, because the person is now dead, so the person cannot tell us who they were in contact with. So there's a chain there. There's a big loophole. Again, we are not. I was doing some quote unquote research on this and why we're not testing as many people as we should, and apparently we don't have as many testing kits. So the people who are testing are just waiting for you. They're like waiting for you until they see some kind of signs. That's when they're testing you. So there was a doctor who raised alarm and said there are more people who probably have this Miss Coco, and I believe it. just from before and looking at how this pattern has been in other places, we can tell that, ooh, child, lipstick, we can tell that this disease travels faster. A friend of mine said something on Twitter that I found interesting. She said, we saw how people were dying in the streets and dropping like flies. So why aren't we seeing that in Gambia if truly we have that many cases of Miss Coco? I don't know. I don't know. We probably do have people who are just dying, but we don't know why they're dying. And because, not everybody, postmortem is not carried out on everybody, I believe. I don't know. This whole thing, like, it's very frustrating. It is very frustrating because nobody trusts even the Ministry of Health. Like, they're just not giving me confidence, me personally. Because they're saying, oh, there's been no new cases, but they're not updating us on how many people they tested. You know, like I would be more confident if they told me that we tested 1,000 people yesterday, and out of those 1,000 people, none of them had Miss Coco. I would be like, yes. But from the ones we tested, nobody is, that kind of thing. I really do not want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm also trying to be a skeptic. I'm trying to, look at it from all angles. I'm very happy that we are recording low numbers, but then again, we are not testing many. And the country that started all of this, China, has now started being very racist again, especially towards Africans. I told you. Racist towards Africans now. Like they're kicking out Africans from their place. They're putting Africans out in the streets because they don't want them. Foreigners in general, but mainly the horrible things. They always go to the extreme. When the more melanin you have, the more extreme the racism. So they don't want you in their country. But when we say something, they're like, "Oh, xenophobia shit." Fuck trying, man. Fuck trying. All right, I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching, and do subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And I would really like to hear from you. Like, what do you think about this whole crazy situation? What do you think about the model pulling out the girl's hair? Should the lady have gone online to like tell her story? Do you always wait for are you one of the there's two sides of the story kind of thing? And what did you think about the presidential debate? Did the president's speech or address give you confidence? Do you get confidence from all of this? Nah, I ain't over. TNT back and bookings. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wabi. Nah, I'm over. Mudeko kudonsa ne mshishifia bua. Kure do afinga ma coffee mwa. Timbana ma coffee mwa. Shane koku pono na zana bedroom. Then go say moi, my frustration, me. Yeah. Goodbye.